Philip, both Russia and France are permanent members of the UN Security Council, and Macron has been keen to underline Russia's historic ties to Europe, but both don't agree on a whole lot of issues.
That, I think, is the least you can say, Delano, beginning with Ukraine. Cast your mind back to January this year and that historic meeting that took place in Paris between the Ukrainian president and the Russian president that didn't move forward in any way, ending the conflict in eastern Ukraine. And even the two presidents didn't attend a press conference together, didn't shake hands, didn't even talk or smile at each other. And at the end of it, it was just Emmanuel Macron who held those joint press conferences with the two leaders individually. So not much progress on that. That's something that Emmanuel Macron is keen to kickstart with the Russian leader when they talk today. There's also Libya, you mentioned there. That's another hotbed of discussion and dispute between Russia and France, principally over what France sees as mercenaries, Wagner mercenaries being sent to Libya. Wagner, the name of a Russian military group. The French say that is not what they want to see. They want to see negotiations to try to build a peace process in Libya. Russia is supporting General Khalifa Haftar, while France officially is supporting the internationally led government of Faraj al-Sarraj, although behind the scenes, it is known that France has some sympathy towards General Khalifa Haftar as well. And there is a third area where Russia and France don't see eye to eye. That is over Syria. They do agree that the two leaders do agree that Islamist fundamentalist and terrorist groups need to be kept out of power in Syria. But where they don't agree is on maintaining support for Bashar al-Assad, which Russia is doing. And France says that it should not be giving support to the Syrian leader because he's responsible for 400,000 deaths in his country since the civil war started in 2011. So lots of subjects where the two leaders don't see eye to eye.
So, Philip, why is Emmanuel Macron so keen to underline Russia's ties to the rest of Europe?
Well, let's put it this way, shall we? If you look forward to 2050, there will only be 8% of the world's population in Europe, which means Europe will be sandwiched between the United States on one side and China on the other. So what Emmanuel Macron wants to do is to bring Russia into the European fold, to use Russia to boost European security, to fight against cyber attacks, for example, to support Europe, where it says is its historic base from Lisbon to Vladivostok, is what Emmanuel Macron has been saying, to make Europe a stronger place. Whether or not President Putin's going to play ball seems pretty unlikely because Nicolas Sarkozy tried it and so did President Francois Hollande before Emmanuel Macron, and neither of them succeeded.